Robert Downey Jr. was born on April 4th, 1965, in New York City. Acting was in his blood. His father, Robert Downey Sr., was a filmmaker, and little Robert made his acting debut at just 5 years old. In the 80s and 90s, he quickly became one of the most promising young actors in Hollywood. Movies like Less Than Zero, Chaplin, and Natural Born Killers showcase his raw talent. By his early 30s, he was an Oscar nominee, a heartthrob, and a rising star. But fame came at a cost. Robert was introduced to drugs by his own father at just 8 years old. What started as experimentation quickly spiraled into full-blown addiction to cocaine, heroin, and alcohol. Between 1996 and 2001, he was arrested multiple times. Once found driving around with heroin, crack, and a gun, he was in and out of jail, missed movie roles, and got fired from shows like Ally McBeal. The worst part? He had everything: talent, fame, money, and was throwing it all away. In his own words, "It's like I have a shotgun in my mouth, and I like the taste of the gun metal." By the early 2000s, Downey Jr. was considered unhireable in Hollywood. He was bankrupt, divorced, and lost custody of his son. He had to clean up or die trying. After years of failed rehabs, arrests, and relapses, he finally committed to recovery in 2003 with the help of therapy, yoga, martial arts, and his new love, producer Susan Levin, who would later become his wife. But Hollywood had already moved on, or so it seemed. In 2006, Marvel was planning to launch its first big superhero movie, Iron Man. But no one wanted Robert Downey Jr. to play a superhero. Studio executives said he was too much of a risk, but director Jon Favreau believed in him. He said, "Robert is Tony Stark. The character is a guy who's been through hell and changed his life." Who else could play that better? Marvel took a gamble, and Robert nailed the role. In 2008, Iron Man hit theaters and blew everyone away. Robert's performance was magnetic, smart, witty, flawed, just like the real Tony Stark. The film made over $580 million and launched the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Robert went from washed-up addict to global superstar almost overnight. He wasn't just Iron Man. He became the face of the MCU. Over the next decade, he starred in The Avengers, Sherlock Holmes, and more, earning hundreds of millions and becoming one of the highest-paid actors in the world. In Avengers Endgame, Iron Man made the ultimate sacrifice, and so did Robert, closing the chapter that saved his life and changed movie history forever. Today, Robert Downey Jr. is more than a Hollywood comeback story. He's a symbol of redemption, proof that no matter how far you fall, you can rise again. He now focuses on philanthropy, clean energy, and fatherhood, often crediting his wife Susan for helping him become the man he is today. Robert Downey Jr. taught us something powerful. Sometimes you need to crash hard to realize your worth. But if you don't give up, you can turn your biggest failure into your greatest comeback. If he can overcome addiction, prison, and nearly losing everything, imagine what you can do when you decide to take your life back. This was the story of Robert Downey Jr., Hollywood's Iron Man in real life. If you like this story and you don't want to miss out on other stories like this, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell. You'll be the first person to see our next video.